Hello fashion designers. So in the course of this video, we'll be learning how to do this wavy design. It can be used as a sleeve design. It can be used as a decoration in any part of your clothes for a masterpiece creation. Get. Let's dive into the video. So I went ahead to cut out a piece of fabric. So you're going to measure where you want your design to be. You can use that a sleeve just for the sleeve, or you can use it to create any design around your clothes. Just measure the length you want the design to run through. And for me, I'm using 29 inches for the length of mine. Yeah, I'm using 29 inches for this, and this is going to be the base. So this is where you're going to be on this piece of fabric is what you're going to be using to create the design or sew the wavy design on. So for the width is 4 inches. That means after sewing half inches on the two sides, I'm going to be left with 4 inches. So I cut another piece of fabric that's going to be the same. Then I'm going to go ahead and sew is by half inches. I'm going to run my thread all the way like this and all this way. So just do a proper turning of the fabric, and at the end I'll be left with 3 inches. And this is and after which I'm going to use it to create my spiral design. So that is it for this. So I'm going to go ahead again to grab another piece of fabric. So this one is going to be what I'm going to be using to create the spiral. This is going to be for the wavy design. So for this, you're going to cut it to be as lengthy as possible, depending on the length you're working with. You get. And for this, I'm having it to be 3 inches. So the width of this is 3 inches. That's because I'm going to be using a crinoline. And my crinoline, the crinoline I'm working with is going to be a 2 inches crinoline. So exactly. So this is 2 inches crinoline. So after sewing at the two sides of the piece of fabric, I'm left with 2 inches at the middle, because the width of the fabric is 3 inches. So now we're going to be attaching our crinoline to this, and I'm going to be using this piece of fabric to cover up the starting point to avoid that pokiness. So crinoline, it has that rough edge. So I'm going to use this piece of fabric and just wrap up the rough edge, and then I'm going to be using our hemming gum to gum the crinoline at the middle part of this piece of fabric. So I'm going to be placing my this is a hemming gum, so I'm going to be placing it under, and then I'm be placing my crinoline on top. It's the edge of my iron. I'm going to be ironing it out to make it to be a one piece. If you don't have a hemming gum with you, you can use you can sew your crinoline. You can just use your stitch, run a stitch at the two end of the crinoline, which is in the middle, and it's on the wrong side of the fabric. Like it's going to be on the piece of fabric, going to be use to turn it in. You get. Let the line, the thread run through the piece of fabric. You're going to use to turn out the main fabric so that it's not be showing at the front part. So I'm going to be doing this, and I'm going to be ironing it down all the way to the hem. Okay, so say I just wrap this up, just repeat the same. So here I'm done ironing it down, and then I'm going to flip it over to the right side. To this right side, I'm going to bring the other piece of material and making right sides to be facing each other. Then I'm going to go over to my sewing machine and sew it down by half of an inch. Make sure that while sewing it, you're not sewing on the crinoline, like you're sewing beside the crinoline. You can flip it to this side so that you can see what you're sewing, and then you can just sew it close to the crinoline and not on the crinoline. So just sew it by the side so that the crinoline can have the ease to be able to turn over without the stitch that you run on it showing on the other side. So this is what I have. I've gone ahead, I hemmed down the edge too, and I've ironed it down after turning it over to the right side. So I'm going to go over to my weaving machine now to weave out the other rough edge. And then this is the piece of fabric I'm going to be using for the crate for the this is the base. So you can also see I also sewn the all the sides. I've sewn it down and I've also gone ahead to press it down. So the next thing now is now you're going to be determining how close you want your design to be. How you close you want your spiral design to be. So for me, I'm going to make it to be 1 inches different. You can make it to 1.5, depending on how big or less full you want it the design to run. You get. So I'll be creating 1 inches on this base. I'll be drawing 1 inches all the way to the hem, all the way to the end. I mean to say. So I'm going to do now 1 inches all the way to the end of this piece of fabric. So what's the sewing machine? I'm going to I'm showing you how I went about sewing this down. Make sure that you're working with what is comfortable for you. You know, this design is the ends are curvy. So just take your time and do your sewing. As you sew, be turning your fabric, like be creating that design. Just look at what I'm doing. You're going to be seeing that. And so if you're not subscribed to the channel, please don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button and share with your other sewing partners. We have a lot of amazing things coming your way, and I'm sure you'll not like to miss it. Please join the family. Thank you. So you can see I'm turning it. So as you sew, you can just press your needle, like your sewing needle into the fabric, so that it's going to be stable for you to be able to turn. So just so when you get to the curvy part, make sure your needle is poked into the material, and then lift up your footer and turn it and continue your sewing. So just take your time and do this. It's not hard, and you can just be following the markings you drew on your fabric. As you can see, the design is already turning up, and that is it. So we're going to continue doing this once or to get to the end of the fabric. So this is our spiral design, so the form. So I'm going to go ahead to attach this to the gown I want to use it for the design on. and going to see how beautiful it's going to turn out. So here I've gone ahead to tack it. You can tack it down to your design. So I use this, I run away from the center front to the back piece, and these are beautifully looking. Then I'm going to using these feathers to also create. You're using the feathers to create this, so it's going to be like this after. So I'm going to use my gum to attach the feathers to it, or can tack down the feathers down, and that is all. See you in my next video. Until then, stay fabulous. Bye bye.